Alright then, hello, welcome back to Caged Fruit. We are back in Borderlands. Start of the week. Thing is running smoothly. Should be. Yep, those seem to be matching up, but why is that not? Oh, there it goes. Sometimes the app just does not up. Let me just... Much better. Alright. So where were we last time? Last time, on Wednesday, we did a bunch of side quests. Tanis sent us to go find the fourth key fragment that didn't exist. She then took it to this lady, or Commandant Steele, or whatever hell her name is. I think he's part of the Doll, or Atlas Corporation, one of the two. And yeah, they stole the key, and then they broke the internet, or EchoNet. Sorry, but you get the point. All right, and then we're just right into it. I quite literally did not move from where I spawned in. These guys were simply just on site. Alright, now that we've taken care of that, really new territory for me. I haven't gotten any further in my playthrough of this. I haven't gotten... well, to do much of anything. Not that I had a bad weekend, though, at all. Spent the weekend with my partner, so that was nice. We played some Stardew. That's not to say that I don't like Stardew. I play Stardew quite frequently, or well, not quite frequently, but I do play it infrequently on my own. But I have to temper myself when I play Stardew because I cannot control myself. And Jesus, you're really loud. You know that? Blood, go do something. Oh. Where did you come from? Alright. That thing's dead. You're all dead. Good. What was I going on about? Bloodwing distracted me when he went and attacked something next to me, and I was just like, wait, what? Oh, that's disappointing. Anyway, let's see what's in here. Oh wait, did I come to where I need to? Oh, whoops. I was like, wait a second. The marker is saying it's right in front of me. Where am I? Great. Just at the four corners of the map. Well, three corners, I guess. God. Okay, I tend to be just incredibly surgical when I play Stardew. And the thing is, when I'm playing with her, I can't. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, technically, I should really be relaxing more when I'm playing this, you know, quote unquote cozy game. I just don't. Okay, never mind, useless. I was gonna grab a car and then bring it back and just drive everywhere, but I guess that's not an option. Should just keep going straight then. Oh, but yeah, so I'll try to get all the all the legendary fish within the first year. I'll be like, the only thing that I haven't done is been able to get a partner for the flower dance in the first year. Um, but you know what? That's not my fault. It's not my fault that I have to basically rebuild the entire town's economy on my own from scratch because the mayor doesn't do his friggin' job and is too busy having, I can't even say affair, just a fling with Marnie, who should dump him, by the way. God, if you ever want an example of a, you know, a toxic boyfriend, Mayor Lewis, everyone, the most toxic of boyfriends. Anyone else? There's a red dot on my screen. Where are you, bud? There you are. There you're not. Because Marty's not married, as far as we know. Mayor Lewis isn't married, in as far as we know. Damn it. And yeah, they just like they have a thing going on, but Mayor Lewis will not let anyone know about it. Like, and he forbids her from telling anyone. You know, in as much as that means. But yeah, he like forbids her from telling anyone because it will make him look bad in front of the town for some reason. It's just it's just real crappy. They're also, you know, in some way, shape or form, exhibitionists. And listen, there's nothing really wrong with being exhibitionists, but you're doing, you know, uh, in the bushes, like, sorry, just checking, like, I don't know, like 50 to 100 feet away from, like, someone's house who has children. And listen, I'm all for, like, educating kids, like, keeping them as informed as possible, because, you know, educating kids is how you teach them, you know, what's inappropriate for someone their age. That way they know how to react if somebody is acting inappropriate towards them. And also just so that they're not, like, totally culture shocked when they go through puberty and whatnot. So, you know, I'm all for, like, educating kids early and whatnot. Oops. And whatnot. But, you know. Ooh, another legendary. Let's see. 43, and that's times 2 fire. It's times 4 corrosive. Yeah, sure, why not? Woohoo! Anyway. It's just having just, you know, just going at it like 100 feet away from their house. Maybe not the way to go. Granted, it was at like midnight when the entire town is, you know, just canonically asleep, but still. Goodbye. What? That's not good. That's not good for me. I need to know where things are exploding. What the hell? Yeah, maybe I just let them take care of it. I don't need to deal with this. Oh, nope, never mind. Problems came and found me. As they usually do. Maybe not. Maybe that one's just going off somewhere. I do know that I need this. I don't know how Shockwing got to level 3, considering it was like my first or second element. But hey, I'm not going to complain about it. You were annoying. Blood, why did you go over there? Down. Still one over there. Down. Come on, Blood, hit something. Oh, 3 down. Or did I miscount? I might have miscounted there. Might have accidentally focused too hard and made my brain break. Why? Another one? Where was that when the Guardians were attacking? All of your men died on the bridge. Down. 2 down. I forget what I was talking about now. Oh, right, Stardew, Mayor Lewis, and being a prick. Okay, we're all seeing that, right? How the shots are ending up behind him. Anyway, clearly you cannot be trusted with a normal weapon. One thing that I will say that people do, like, invariably get wrong about Mayor Lewis and the town is that a lot of people say, like, oh, well, Mayor Lewis shows favoritism towards the farmer because, you know, he never comes and collects your taxes. Because, you know, if you go throughout the town, you know, every now and again, depending on, you know, what days you go to whose shop and what times, you'll see Mayor Lewis in there, and he's like, yeah, I'm just collecting taxes for the town. And people just like, yeah, well, he never comes and collects the farmer's taxes, so we must be showing favoritism towards the farmer. Just while completely ignoring the fact that the farmer, you know, his farm is likely subsidized by the government. You know, and also, you know, that they might just be taking taxes out of your sales. But every farm, basically in some way, shape, or form, is subsidized by a government in some, like, somewhere. So, depending on, the amount of subsidies that you get and etc. Yeah, you wouldn't be around to collect your taxes. Not to mention, kind of crappy to charge the farmer any taxes anyway, considering that the entire town uses the farmer for basically free labor. And that the farmer is supporting nearly the entire economy of the town. Because, Robin does sell, like, furniture and stuff, but she's not, like, there's only so many beds that someone can buy, and no one else is having, like, chicken coops and barns. Made for them. No one else is having a slime hutch or a fish pond made for them. Somebody might have like a fish pond made for them, but not to the extent that we have had them made for us. Oh. Like I said, there's definitely like people who buy beds and whatnot, but you can only get so many of those. And Pierre, who's Pierre selling seeds to? Like, let's be a little bit realistic here. Who's he selling the seeds to? Who's buying seeds? Is he selling flowers? Is he selling like actual vegetables? Yeah, sure. But who's buying like 50,000 seeds? Who eliminates Pierre's competition for him? As much as we hate Pierre because, he's not a good guy. Who eliminates his friggin' competition for him? We do. Who subsidized the building and renewal of Pam's house? By themselves, mind you. No one else chipped in for Pam's house. Not only did we, fund Pam's house, we also found all the materials for it. So we fixed Willie's boat for him. Ooh. Yes, please. Double. Double. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. Yeah, that's the other thing. We have to constantly find the material, like on top of paying the people to do the stuff, like the townspeople to do the stuff, we also like partially do their job for them. Come here, I want to test stuff. Gotcha. I don't know what else I'm doing here. totally, I'm told that the goal is in here. I just don't know how to goal. Anyway. Gee. See, Clint, no one's going to the blacksmith shop on a regular basis, aside from, like, Marlin. But he hardly goes into the friggin' mines to begin with. He's in his shop most of the time. Okay. Just slowly, one at a time. There we go. Make it through one enemy at a time. Yeah, no one's going to Clint, especially not on a regular basis. I mean, maybe Robin and Robin and Leia might need their tools fixed every now and again, but they probably take, like, given their professions, they probably take care of tools like on their own most of the time. Like, the only reason why they would go to Clint is if they need a new tool. I am not finding where I need to be going. This is... Why is this being difficult? Somewhere in here, yeah? This? Okay.
I regret not trusting you, but we've no time for who betrayed whom. Steele has taken the key and is already on her way to the vault. Hey, for me, take the bitch down.
For you, you betrayed me. Anyway. Don't tell me we're going right back out to where we were. After I just tore through this entire compound over again. That I apparently did not have to. Sorry, again, no minimap, so I'm just going off of vibes and what I feel like I need to do.
Whoa, I can see you. I don't know how you did it, but I can see everything again. You've surprised me this time. Listen, there is no time to waste. You must immediately reach the vault. Go, now.
I'm trying, but people keep interrupting me. Sorry, in other news, my hand still feels like I shoved it in a friggin' garbage disposal. Going down. I need to go down. Stop. Ooh, missed you. Yeah, go, Bloodwing. Yep. I don't need the theatrics. Just let me... Oh my god. That was right on him, and it still friggin' failed. Anyway, as we move on. Where's the catch ride? There it is. Okay.
Thank for that. If you need anything at all, remember to use the commerce grid. I'm sure there's something helpful for you there, partner.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait, we've been here before. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway.
There is no time left. You must reach the vault by any means necessary. We will not get another opportunity in this lifetime.
You could. You don't know that. She probably does. Done a lot of research on the matter. God, this is really taking him to church, isn't it? Wait, good job, Bloodwing. Where are you? You should have been dead. One at a time. Right, I started this whole this Stardew conversation off by saying like, I don't relax when I play the games because like I try to optimize as best I can. Feel like spending the first 3 days fishing. Uh. Sorry, spending the first like few days fishing, spending you know, getting the plants optimized so that it's basically I am running in the wrong directions. So I could spend the right amount of energy, you know, planting each day or like watering the crops each day, and then the right amount of energy fishing, and then knowing when I have to go to the mines and what to upgrade first and what days to upgrade, that way I don't miss anything. Like the first thing you upgrade is in like the beginning or middle of a season. You upgrade the pickaxe first.
You must reach the vault by any means necessary. We will not get another opportunity like this in your lifetime.
You said that one. Oh. Hey guys. I just want to shoot one of them. I just want to make sure I, you know, kill at least one of them as an enemy. Got it? These guys are on fire. Ho! Ho? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Where's your tiny little creepy baby face? Shockwing. Well, not gonna lie, that's disheartening. Shockwing. There we go. That was annoying to say the least. Bloodwing, where'd you go? You! Bloodwing went after the friggin' trash birds. Well, how do you know he went after the trash birds? Because he went straight up. There were no enemies there. Anyway. Now that I've been thoroughly annoyed, time to figure out where to go. And, you know, seriously, like, where the hell do I go? Okay, okay, there is a way down, you know, of sorts. You know, I don't know. Am I headed towards, like, the final crap? Like, I truly and honestly do not know. Wow, these things are not bright. Can't tell if that's Bloodwing or not. It was. There we go. Alright, let's see where it goes this time. Right there. Goodbye. And down she goes. Otherwise, you guys... That thing needs to die. That thing very much needed to die. This character does not do well with melee enemies. Especially not strong melee enemies. I'll take out the ones in the air anyway. Alright, you know, I don't think I have to worry about that one. Alright, where are you? Which one of you threw the grenade at me? Was it you? Don't worry, Lance, guys. I will help. To a degree. Am I not a benevolent god? Alright, where are you guys strafing to? Oh god. Blood. Buddy. Never mind. One. I don't even know how you died. There was one that died somewhere over there, and then you died over here. Okay, almost there. God. Oh, what did you think that you were doing, bud? Did you think you were a hero? Well, I'm glad that I shut that dream down for you. You know, before you let it get out of control. Oh. Discovered Iridian Promontory. Arc Guardian. You know what? Let's take out this. Hey. No one said that you could do that. Whatever you were doing. Stop it. Let's take out the Sarah first. Because that's annoying. Good, good. Once you take out their shields, they're nothing. Of course, technically I kind of knew that from the pre-sequel already, but you know. Go down. Oh my god. They're going through it. Bloodwing, please. Wow, that's annoying. Anyway. For that, you're dead, even though I wish that Bloodwing hadn't shot you. Or gone after you anyway. Gotta kill this thing. That thing has to die first, because it's... I know it's getting me from all the way over there. It's just gotta be complicated about it. Oh my god. Stop. Stop it. Stop moving. Bloodwing, shields. There we go. will say the one aspect of like the cozy gameness of it that I do embody is that I don't like mess around with the bachelors. I and the bachelorettes. I have like one or not one, but I have like a couple that I stick to, and that's about it. I I rarely veer from the few that I stick to. Yeah, no, you gotta go. Classic Iron Berserker. Interesting. Stop that. Wow. The Crimson Lance is full of dumbasses. They see the gates of hell are practically opening up to swarm and kill them, and yet they attack me. I'm gonna go down soon, but hopefully I get this Guardian shield down before I go. There we go. Oh, come on. Well, never mind. Never mind. I'm dead. What does anything matter? Oh, I gotta start all the way back from the beginning. Oh, well, at least I can stock up on ammo while I'm down here. You know, that's a good thing. Anyway. I also don't know if I'm at, like, the final push of the game, because if I am, it's gonna be weirdly anticlimactic. Because, like, it did not feel like we were ramping up for the end goal, like, in any way, shape, or form. Got it? Also, I found, like, more legendaries today in this, like, in this one session than I have in the entire rest of the playthrough. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Oof. That looked very wrong as I was walking up to it. Anyway. Also, most of the bachelors and bachelorettes, suck. Like, they just do, and that's a fact. Like, Shane on the surface, right? Like, he seems bad, because he's, like, you know, by all accounts, he's an alcoholic. Which, you know, fine. You know what? It gets rough in life. And, you know, maybe you shouldn't judge people while they're down. And that's all good. And if you go through his hard events and everything, yeah. He's had it, you know, kind of rough. And he gets his act together, sort of. God. No, not doing it. It's so annoying. He gets his act together, sort of. And, you know, basically quits drinking and, you know, gets his stuff with his family all sorted out for the most part. And then, if you marry him, he goes right back to drinking. It's like, What? We literally went through all of your heart to get... We could not have gotten to this point without you quitting drinking, and now you're going back. Okay. Whatever. Haley I've been thinking about all day, right? Because I'm on Stardew TikTok quite frequently, you know, despite the fact that I do have to like temper myself. It comes up, you know, quite a bit because I tend to interact with the content a bit. In any case, I'm getting off track. Everyone hates, for some reason, everyone hates Penny. Penny is, like, everyone, like I said, everyone has their problems. Penny is, by all accounts, a people pleaser. Which, you know, I'm starting to think the reason people don't like Penny is just because reminds them too much of themselves. You know, for better or worse. In any case, you know, Penny in her mind, like, needs to be helpful to a fault. Like, even, like, helping people when they don't want her help. Any case. But otherwise, she manages to, you know, take care of her drunkard mother, like her town, like her mother is literally the town alcoholic. That's not even a joke. She takes care of her drunkard mother while keeping a straight face and also, you know, constantly trying to be helpful, which is why she is constantly trying to be helpful. It's because she literally has to take care of effectively an adult child. Who is her mother, and also who is a bit of a narcissist. You know, everything that, like, you know, everything you do wrong is your fault, and it reflects poorly on me. But everything that you do right was actually, like, it's only me. I'm the only one who gets credit for it, right? She's one of those kind of parents. Part of the reason why I don't like Pam. Anyway, yeah, that's like what Penny's dealing with, and people just hate her. Just really cannot stand Penny. It's probably because she is just nice for the sake of being nice, and people just, for some like, in our society, just cannot handle that. And they're going through it again. Nope, we'll be having none of that. Are we done with all the nonsense? Good, great, fantastic, love you. Alright, so I said how people fucking hate Penny for no reason. And not to mention she's like the only teacher in town, and she teaches, you know, the 2 children in town. Eventually 3 children, but we're, you know, that's a different topic. God, my eyeball. Sorry. The one bachelorette that everyone loves, for some reason. Now keep in mind, I just want to, like, you to really keep this in mind. This is Stardew, like, content that I'm interacting with. most of the creators that I'm interacting with are women. And I'm saying like interacting with in terms of like, you know, interacting with their content, not interacting with the actual people. I want to make that clear, you know, so we're not getting into any sort of parasocial relationship territory. Okay, they're all gone. There's another one somewhere. It's buzzing around being annoying. Got it. Right now, Haley acts awful to much the same as Shane. Haley acts awful to you in the very beginning. But you know, unlike Shane, she doesn't have alcoholism to overcome. In fact, she doesn't really have anything to overcome. Her and her sister were like, she has to like live with her sister and that's about it. Emily's her sister. Emily can be, you know, a bit of a basket case at times. But otherwise, Emily has a job, Haley doesn't. And Emily takes care of most of the chores in the house. And Haley
The reason you're here. I've guided you to this point, and you've done so well. Know that you are ready for this. When the vault opens, brace yourself. I believe in you. You can do this.
Haley threw a temper tantrum over being asked by Emily on, what was it, like Wednesdays or something? Like, hey, Haley, can you like clean up after yourself on Wednesdays? I'm really busy those days and I just do not have the time to, you know, pick up after yourself in the house on Wednesdays. So can you just do that on Wednesdays? And Haley nearly lost her mind at being asked to do that. Keep in mind, when I'm saying bachelorettes, in these games, these are adults. These are adult women. And again, her parents, or their parents, because it was both of them, because they're sisters, like I said. Their parents gave them this house. Just gave it to them. Anyway. And she can't be bothered to pick up after herself on Wednesdays. One out of 7 days of the week. And it's not like she's not disabled or anything. She doesn't have to, like, she doesn't have anything that she, like, needs to do. She, for the most part, if she's not out taking pictures, like, of herself or the town, she's lounging around the house anyway. Like I said, when you meet her, she's like horrific to you. You know, calls you ugly and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I said, she doesn't even have the excuse of alcoholism. And you can't use the excuse like, oh well, you know, she was probably raised that way because, you know, her parents and whatnot. It's just like, she's quite literally sisters with Emily, who is, you know, with Penny probably tied for like the nicest people in Stardew. Now, unlike Penny, I like Penny, like, to the point where I would, you know, in the game, you know, have a relationship with her. But Emily, I would not. Emily's a bit too out there for me. Oh my god. There we go. We're done. Jeez. No, because the friggin' Sarah Guardians just refuse to let up. If there's one thing I kind of like hate in games is when like in this game, right? You're playing this in some way. It's a tactical shooter, right? In the sense that, like, you have cover and you can hide behind it and whatnot. But I hate enemies that like make it so that is pointless. Like all of these guardians, all the guardians make it so that all of this cover is pointless because the badass and the what was it, prime guardian? No, yeah, badass and prime guardians just run up to you and rush you. The arc guardians.
You have failed to listen to Commandant Steele. I've warned you time and again, yet you persist on ignoring my orders. The contents of the vault are rightfully the property of the Atlas Corporation.
Atlas, got it.
You belong to me. Who works? Sergeant, get your team ready to go inside.
Oh, no fanfare, and just straight through her. Got it. I guess we're not fighting her. Well, sucks to suck, Steel. Oh, level up. Good, great. Love that.
Creature may be immortal in its own realm, but in this reality, it cannot survive without a host.
Can I just leave?
That makes it vulnerable. When it becomes
Oh God,
flesh and blood, it
get
can't
that thing
be
away from me.
killed. You just need to know where to aim.
Is it the eyeball? I have a feeling it's the eyeball. Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. Right, so just to count off for Haley, number one, we have her weaponized incompetence at being asked to do like basic chores, literally just putting the cushions back on the couch. That was the cleaning up and chores that Emily asked Haley to do. There's the awful attitude to complete strangers who she doesn't know, just for existing. I have a feeling I'm supposed to destroy these pustules. Got a feeling about that. Yeah. Complete disregard for like the humanity of strangers is one. Just on top of everything else. Two. Uh-oh. Why did it grab those things? Why did it grab those things? Alright, so back to Haley. So people will say like, oh, well, if you get to know her, she's like super sweet. And it's just like, yeah, you know what? Everyone is super sweet once you get to know them and you've like completely seduced them because that's the point of the game. But the point is, right? You now have to be associated with Haley if you're going to wind up like, being with her. So if you're going to like be with her for any sort of length of time, at some point as her partner, you're going to have to, discuss with her attitude towards people who are literally just trying to exist. And if you're not going to have that conversation with her, then you need to like take a look at yourself in the mirror and just say like, hey, am I comfortable like supporting a person who behaves this way to other people just completely unprompted? Right, so just weaponizing confidence, being a crappy person, etc. Hate Haley. Much the same, people like Alex. For no reason. There are no redeeming qualities about Alex. Now, I say that. I do not say that lightly. I mean, quite literally, Alex himself has zero redeeming qualities. Sorry, hold on. I forgot that I leveled up. Reload this. Still don't know why you're friggin' grabbing onto everything. Well, I mean, I guess that wouldn't be much of an insult. I was about to call it a giant tentacle monster. But it is. I think I got part of it. So Alex, if this is why I don't understand if women like him, right? So if Alex meets you and you're a guy, this is right. So Alex, as you first meet him, now it's evidently clear for some characters what their initial sexuality is, because you can romance all characters no matter what, but some characters do have a preference in the beginning. For instance, Abigail, if you romance her, she'll say like, yeah, I didn't know I felt this way about girls until I met you, because Abigail was straight. Much the same, Alex is straight, as it were. When you first meet him, because he only likes guys. But he's like, he goes so far around the misogyny circle, if you know what I'm saying, because he goes and he's just like, you know, if you meet him when you're a girl, it's when he basically like drops a football and asks you to pick it up and throw it back to him. And if you're a woman, he goes on about So and then like to go on about his like, redeeming qualities, he goes on and on about how he wants to be a professional something player. I don't know what it is. I said it was a football in the beginning, but it's not technically a football. It's whatever sport the dev made up for the game for some reason. He says he wants to go pro in that, and he says it'll never give up. You know, this, and keep in mind, you do have to go through all the hard events for this until you marry him, and then he just completely gives up on it. Um, and he gives up on basically anything, and he just puts what's it called? Like he just puts a workout set in like in your house and on your farm, and then that's it, and then nothing else. So Alex and Haley fucking deserve each other, okay? That's that's my rant on them. You know who never gets any love or hate or anything because she just gets ignored for some reason? My girl Maru, okay? Maru is 100% best girl in all of Stardew. Okay? Well, yes, Penny might be, you know, a bit of a people pleaser and whatnot. Maru also helps people unprompted, but not to a problematic level like Penny can. Uh, Not to mention, Maru is a lady of many, many talents and many, you know, screw the next minute. She's a lady of many talents, and she's very much a woman of science. Okay? We all love a woman in STEM. Excellent. Vapor, just like I wanted. Right? So let's just take a look at some of the science that she is able to perform. One, she's a nurse. Okay? She helps she works in rural medicine. That is not easy to work in. All right, if you ever listened to any like rural doctors and, you know, just the kind of crap that they got to deal with and put up with, it's not easy for them. You know, between funding and then dealing with the kinds of patients that they have to deal with. Yeah, no, screw you. Anyway, here, take that. Wow. Vaults did not give you a lot back in the day. Oh, are we just done? Okay. I'm stuck. So yeah, she's a nurse in rural medicine. Um, let's see. She is a part-time biology lab assistant for her dad. So her dad is a biologist who works, you know, around the Stardew Valley area. You know, studying the local ecology, the flora and fauna. Mostly he studies the fauna. He studies like a lot of fish and other terrestrial animals. Like, or well, actually the only thing we've seen him study on the surface is really avian animals in bats. Um, But anyway, you get the point. He studies biology. And Maru assists with that greatly. You know, they do the titrations and everything else. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see. She's also a great mechanic. You know, she works on, in general, machines. And also she takes care of the farm, repairs fences, and a whole bunch of other things.
Yes? Did you need something?
Nothing?
See you
Okay, good. Got it. She repairs fences.
Come in.
Nothing?
Have a look around. Talk to you later.
Nothing.
What can I do for you?
Alright, well, we just beat Borderlands. Like I said, it was a very anticlimactic ending. Very much a setup for a future game, rather. Let's see. She's good at repairing things. She's a nurse, part-time biologist. Oh, and, you know, just spare time robotics engineer is all. Alright, that was the guy who I could have gone to earlier. But I didn't. And good thing, because he didn't have anything. Robotics engineer on her spare time. Not to mention AI software developer who she accidentally developed a fully self-aware AI in her basement with a box of scraps. Not to mention she also has, you know, and if we're just talking about, you know, aside from the fact that she is, you know, clearly the best, if we're just talking about pure gain for the farmer, Maru is also the best. She gives very valuable items to the farmer, you know, whenever she happens to gift the farmer items, because, you know, your spouse can gift you items every once in a while. She gifts batteries, and if I'm not mistaken, she also gifts every once in a while iridium ore. So she is not to be taken lightly. I mean, I guess we don't have anything else to do here. So, the only thing left to do is the DLC. And I don't know where that starts. I think that starts here? I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these four, if I'm not mistaken. Let's start with Jacob's Cove. Yeah, no downsides to romancing Maru, only upsides. Romance Maru every time. I was the only. Hold on, cutscene.
It
Oh.
was a dark and stormy night. Sheesh. On a distant corner of Pandora, where few men dare to tread. With the journey to find the elusive vault behind them, our fearless adventurers set off into the trees of...
What's a tree?
Oh, for the angel's sake! It's a plant that grows out of the ground really tall.
Like this?
No more interruptions. So, they set out into the trees of Jacob's Cove, a land very much ravaged and forgotten by time. It was here that the scientist Dr. Ned, who is totally not Dr. Zed from the last story at all, tried to help all of mankind, but ultimately caused very bad shit.
That's a swear.
Dude made zombies, okay? You're not the police of me. Pay attention. Okay. So some bad crap was happening. And it got really spooky. And this is where our story begins.
Is any of this going to be true?
Yes. Probably a lot of it. You're adopted.
Should mention, so Marcus tells all of these stories to an orphan child.
Greetings, misinformed zombie fodder. I am not affiliated with the Jacobs Corporation, but they've hacked me to tell people like you that they would appreciate some assistance with the overwhelming situation with the living impaired. I should warn you, though, that they'll suck your brain out of your cranial cavity like a crappuccino if you get too close. If you'd still like to help, I suggest you turn on the town's defenses. Otherwise, crappuccino. Toodles!
Alright, Toodles. Frappuccino. Got it. Let's see if we can finish this DLC in one shot. We got like an hour to go. Say we have good odds. Alright, got it. Can't go that way. Unless I can go through this door. No. Turret calibrated. Oh. Okay, I guess that's what we have to do. I don't know why I'm picking up zombie brains. Are they taking up space in my inventory? No. I just have them now. This is just gonna be annoying, just wave after wave of tiny enemies, aren't they? God, my brain is lost right now. As for the other bachelors and bachelorettes, I got nothing. Most of them are incredibly basic. Sam has a band, writes you a song. Sweet. Right, Sam has a band, writes you a song, what's his face? I'm forgetting his name. Sebastian Pretty sure. He's, you know, he's just your typical sad boy.
You'll never stop them without the turret.
You know, I get it. He doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the town. Because he prefers to be on his computer all day. I mean, he does work. He works from home. He's like, you know, he's a software guy. He works from home in, you know, as a someone in tech. Not entirely sure if he's like a dev or whatever. Front end, back end, etc. But he does work.
Town should be safe for now. But if you're really
He wants to move to the city. Doesn't if he falls in love with you. But otherwise, he's like, he does tech. But he's not a tech bro. If you know what I mean. I'm not going to elaborate on that. If you know, you know. But yeah, he does tech, but he's not a tech bro. He's got a motorcycle, generally just an edgy kind of guy. Doctor. The doctor. You were almost done.
Enjoy your stay at Jacob's Cove.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Did Sam, did Sebastian. Hey. Who said you guys are allowed to leave? People can only leave when I say it's okay. Yeah. Trying to brain. Brain not functioning. Trying to think of who else is a bachelor or bachelorette.
Fearless Zombie Killer. New missions are available at the Jacob's Cove bounty board.
Fine. Still wish I knew what these brains were for. Okay. Need to go this way. Also need to not get stuck on everything. That would be great. Got it one way kind of deal.
Check me out. Oh, come on, get down.
Jacob's Cove. Start with this.
Dearest Anna, I've arrived at Jacob's Cove, and you'll be pleased to know it seems a jolly and lively old town. I know being away from you and the children will be difficult, but it's only for a few cycles. The pay is just too generous to pass up. I'll work hard here and be back to you and the girls soon. My brother will take good care of you in the meantime. Love, Hank.
Oh, Hank, I feel like you did something stupid. Trying to think of the other bachelors. I went over Alex, Sam, Sebastian, Sean. I think there's 5 and 5, if I'm not mistaken. Alex, Sam, Sebastian, Sean. Nope. Elliot. Elliot is your typical writer with writer's block. He writes novels. He is struggling to, figure out what to write about, and then if you tell him what kind of story to write, he will write that kind of story. And that is the end of his story. He writes poetry and whatnot, and that's about it. Like I said, kind of a basic dude. What else? I mean, Harvey's a doctor. Yeah, so I mean, like, I guess not basic. But he's also, like, he's the trope of the, like... I'm saying trope because, basically, like, some of the characters, a lot of the characters, are just, like, walking tropes. Few have, like, you know, more fleshed out stories and characters. Maru, I feel, is one of like the few with like a fleshed out character other than like I sad. Like I sad or I had bad childhood. Which, yeah, you can have a bad childhood, but at the same time, you know, you don't gotta make it your entire personality. Oh, you're dead. Question. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say the question is, how do I get up there?
Work here is tough, but honest.
I don't.
Oh, and the trees, Anna. The trees are amazing. You would.
Okay. Yes, the trees are amazing. Got it. Understood.
Dearest Anna, the work here is tough, but honest. Oh, and the trees, Anna. The trees are amazing. You wouldn't believe your eyes. I've never seen anything like them. Sometimes I feel sad to cut them down, but it will all be worth it if I can get back to you with the money required for us to have a fresh start. I'm dreaming about a nice homestead in the Doll Headland. Hank. P.S. Tell Sally that I love the hat she sent. I wear it every day. The men tease me a bit, but they don't know the joy that a child's love brings.
Oof. I have a feeling that hat was bitten through. Right, so like all the characters like tropes, with the exception of very few.
Dearest Anna, I've been noticing some strange things at the mill of late. Many workers seem to be falling very ill. What is strange is that we all had our checkups just last week and were given a clean bill of health and a vitamin from the company's physician, Dr. Ned. He's doing everything in his power, but there have been some deaths. Do not worry. I will, as always, be careful. I'll send an echo again soon. All my love. Hank.
Alright, well these were a bunch of blood wings and I don't know what they do. Oh, I guess I needed them. Just wait until you're a bit closer. I just don't know how far out into the water I can go. Alright, sweet, got them all. Whatever that quest was. Right, so the trope that Harvey, like, you know, takes is that, like, you know, he's just the nerdy guy who has a special, like, a non-standard special interest. And he just sort of lets the town walk all over him. Also, everyone is kind of dumb. Right? Because they all complain. Like, and it's always fucking Americans who I hear complaining about it. Because they'll complain about Harvey for two reasons. Aside from his planes, which I don't think that they should be. Planes, by the way, are his special interest. He loves planes. He loves like aeronautics and whatnot. So yeah, I don't think people should really like go in on him for that. Like if planes aren't your thing, fine. But he you know, when he's not on business, he pours himself into his hobby. But the thing that people are stupid about are when they faint or they pass out in a cave, and I'll tell you that in a second.
Anna, things have gone from bad to worse. There have been rumors of people seeing the dead walk. At first, these tales were laughed off at the saloon, but now people talk in the hushed whispers of the truth. They say that those who come in contact with the dead are always the first to be ill and are, as such, the first to seek the help of Dr. Ned. The doctor assures me that he's making progress on a cure. I, for one, believe him, and it is only 3 more weeks till we are reunited. Kiss the girls for me. Love, Hank.
Aw, Hank, you didn't make it back home, did you? Right. So the other thing that people get mad at is like when they faint or they get knocked out in the mines. He also gets antsy when we talk about Stardew. Like I said, these are Americans that are complaining about him. So, number one, people get mad because when they faint in the mines, right, you lose items or like, you know, they get taken out of your inventory. And you know, it's understandable that you would get upset that you lost your items. That's fine. People blame Harvey for this. Like, why did he steal my items? It's like he didn't steal your item. If you like read what happened to you, if you just read the screen that comes up as soon as you get knocked out. Yeah, I know that's rich coming from me because I don't read any of these echo logs, but to be fair, this is an audio visual game. I don't feel like I should need to read all of the echo logs through the missions. But it says that you dropped your items in the cave, and this is further reinforced by the mechanic that I will talk about as soon as I finish this.
Beloved Anna, it is no longer rumors. Some curse has been set upon us here at Jacob's Cove. The dead are rising from their graves and are ravenous with a hunger for flesh. All work has stopped, and we're fighting for our lives. But fear not. Dr. Ned believes there's a way to stop the horror. I have volunteered to allow him to test an antidote on me. It's the skags, my dear. The filthy skags will be our salvation. The doctor says they're immune to the ailment. I'm presently on my way to get this treatment at the hospital outside of town. I know it will be a success, and we will be together again shortly. Pray for me, Hank.
During this transitional period, please do not interact with the creatures in any way. Any resemblance...
Alright, cool. sucks to be Hank.
To formerly living family members is purely coincidental, and any
Okay.
messaging to the contrary
Um,
is met with swift litigation.
so to
Above all,
prove that
not
he does not steal your items and you just drop them, in order to get your items back, because yes, you can get your items back, you just have to pay Marlin, the guy from the Monster Hunters Guild, you know, to go back into the cave and get your items back. You dropped him because you passed out. Now, so that's one thing that people complain about that they, you know, shouldn't complain about in terms of Harvey. The other thing that they complain about, and like I said, these are Americans complaining about this. Looking for what I just got. That. Alright, so the reason why I keep bringing up that it's the fact that they are Americans who are, you know, giving him a hard time is that, ooh, that's a lot. He charges for his services, right? He's a doctor, he charges for his services. As I said, rural medicine. Now the reason why I bring up it's funny that they're Americans who are complaining about this. You know, I'm also an American, but trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. Is that they complain like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I have to pay Harvey to do this," but yet at the same time, they will all laugh if you ever bring up like, you know, universal healthcare or not having to pay medical bills in the US. Because it's like, yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Like, I was, you know, despite the fact we're the only country in the world who doesn't have that. But yeah, it's like, oh, that's ridiculous. In real life, ridiculous. In the game, bullshit that they have to pay for medical expenses. Even though in the game, number one, the game, you have infinite money and effectively free housing and subsidies from the government. You have nothing to complain about in terms of paying for it. In terms of paying for it, you can 100% afford it always. And I do mean always because the amount that he charges scales to the money that you currently have. Up to a maximum amount, I should say. Because you could have like, you know, 30 million and still only pay like 1,000. What else was I getting at? Right, so it's more affordable than real life healthcare. It's 2 in a video game, and 3 you have to deal with worse IRL, and yet you're still complaining about it, despite the fact that it means like nothing to the farmer. Right, so that's why I don't think the people... Like, while yes, Harvey I do find just kinda in general boring, I also think that people are stupid for the reasons why they hate on him. Because they do not give like any sort of valid reason to spew the level of hate about Harvey that they do. The other thing, he did nothing. He did absolutely nothing to anyone other than exist. And this is also getting very annoying at the moment. Especially with all the particle effects. These particle effects are nonsense. I get that you were working with a budget, but come on, they're literally getting in the way. Because you did not know how to, you know, program an explosion. Okay, we done? Have you guys, you know... No, we're not. Saw a little red dot on my compass. I was like, oh, not again. Right, so Harvey, not my cup of tea. Do think that he gets an unreasonable amount of hate. Let's see. Yeah, and he just sort of gets walked all over him. Otherwise. See, there's Emily, who is a bit much. She's very, like I said, she's Haley's sister. You would not guess it by talking to them or looking at them, but then again, it is a video game. Yeah, by talking to them, absolutely not. Completely different personalities. So she is one of the few batches. So she, Maru, so let's see, it's Emily, Maru, Penny. Emily, Maru, Penny, Leia, Harvey. Actually, you know, forget the tangent that I was about to go on. Because I was about to go on about the, like, employment status of them, but, like, and I realized, like, most of them, with the exception of, like, Haley and Alex, are in some way, shape, or form employed. Alex, or not Alex, you know, Sam has a band, and does music and stuff. Sebastian is, well, he's in the band, and he has his own, you know, his own job. We just went over, etc., etc. Otherwise, everyone else is just, like, alternatively employed, you know, whether they're, like, an artist or writer, or, you know, what have you. Emily has a job at the saloon. She's a bartender. And now, while I don't personally go for Emily, she is just a nice character. Oh my god, can the friggin' zombies stop spawning for a second? No, I guess not. I guess it's just gonna be real annoying. Got it. Good. Just what I wanted. A never-ending stream of enemies who, in general, cannot really damage me, and who die very easily, but who otherwise, their only purpose is to slow me down. That's exactly what I wanted. This is getting real old real fast. Going on about something. Alright, I think that's all the bachelors. And the bachelorette's like, right, Emily. Emily's like, you know, one of the few people who's like gainfully employed, as it were. God, oh, why did, oh my god, we thought this was a good idea. Oh my god. Do you see how many red dots are here? It's because just so many zombies spawn over and over and over again. Jesus. It's getting real annoying. Great, and then they throw up on you, and then they slow you down. Like I said, they can't. The only thing that's really hurting me is the big guy. Everything else is just slowing me down. I don't even know where he went. I don't even know where he went now. Because these things keep spawning in and the particle effects suck. Are you done? Alright, nothing. So other than her employment at the bar, again, nothing wrong with that. She is, she's a crystal girly. She does crystals, she believes in, you know, crystal healing, all that stuff. And I just don't sort of vibe with that. So, while I'm not going to, like, while I'm not, like, you know, hateful towards her, I probably just in general wouldn't be associated with her or her sister. Sorry, it's just sort of the way it is. Crystal girlies have a tendency to just start spreading pseudoscience all over the place. And I am, you know, and not to mention like misinformation, disinformation. They start with like, you know, the holistic approaches, which
Sweet, you made it all
tends
the
to
way
be an
here
issue.
alive. I'll get the lift down, but it'll probably take a bit to
Oh
handle
my
how
god, I
fast
just
you're
killed
all
all
the
of
way
the zombies.
Probably wanna shoot
Do
me.
not
So
spawn
much
more.
throttle in.
Great. Oh my god.
Man, going as fast as these old hands want to go.
They gave no warning for that, by the way. Like, oh, well, you know, they gave the warning before. Like, no, they didn't. Because the game is so old, the warning came after the zombies were already here.
Come on.
Lovely.
Don't act like you've never had to wait on a hand-cranked elevator during a zombie outbreak before. Jeez.
Where? Wait, you. Oh my god. I could probably deal with this better if it wasn't for the slowing aspect of it all. God, this was... You know, now I know why nobody talks about this. Hear about the Underdome a lot, hear about a bunch of other things. This, never hear about it.
Almost. I'm getting there.
Shut
Shirt off.
up. This is the most dialogue another character has ever had aside from Angel. And all you're talking about is being awful with this freaking elevator. Shut up.
Just let go. I'll get you up. Hang on.
God, you're just an evil version. This is all. Like, this is so stupid. Just an evil. Like, it's literally the cartoon, like, evil, like, Dr. Ned, or evil Dr. Zed, because he's Dr. Ned. It's Z turned on its side, and he's got an evil mustache.
Well, if I can get this thing down there to you, there's a good chance you'll make it out alive.
And there's no point. It says the mission is friggin' completed. God, how many zombies do I have to go through? This is so stupid.
Don't act all fancy and waste my time. Get on the damn thing.
I cannot wait to kill you. I'm on the freaking elevator. Is it broken? Is it broken? Because this wouldn't be the first time. Are more zombies supposed to be spawning and they're just not, and that's why it's not working? Doing it, it's pissing me off. Alright. Hold on. Technical difficulties, I guess. Ugh. How? How did it spawn? Wow. Not only did it spawn me at the beginning of an area and, you know, not my last check, like, not the last save point. It spawned me, in a completely separate area. This is why I say people have no idea what they're talking about when they say, like, oh, well, you know, older video games are better. It's just like, no. No, they're not. Older video games did the best with what they could. There are good games and there are bad games. But older video games, like, even older good video games do not, like, compare to newer good video games. For the most part. There are very few exceptions to this. And, like, the few exceptions that I'm talking about are, like, story-driven games for the most part. But like this, how do you justify this? This DLC not only has poor writing, but also has poor gameplay. Not to mention, again, there's no quality of life. Also, I just feel the need to, you know, oh my god, stop that. Stop it. Just feel the need to reiterate, holy hell, why is this game so annoying? This DLC is the most annoying thing. I just, again, feel the need to reiterate that where my face is nothing. My face is not blocking any text or minimap or anything. It's just blank space. So just, I don't think that people understand the ridiculousness of this. Just so that people can understand, the wrong thing. Just so people can understand what my face is blocking. It's nothing. It's an empty corner. Do you see this? Or I can't even point to it. But do you see where the quest, like, goal is? It's off in space. It's in the middle of the freaking side of the screen. There's no reason for it to be there. You're annoying. These defiler zombies. All they do is blind you and slow you down. For the other zombies who have a hard time damaging you in the first place. Oh my god. If I go this way, I think that's the fastest way. And then this way. Screw it. Just because I can. Might as well go and do this first. Alright, so... what was I even on about? No, I had to take a brief tangent for, you know, this game just being generally awful. Like I said, if I would have played this game first, definitely would have not played any other entries in the series. Oh my god. Cool. So I know older games are gonna have glitches, but it's just the fact that every time this game is glitched is it's just costed me time. I have not come across like a single beneficial glitch in this game. Combine that with the fact that it literally friggin' made me restart my computer because it like corrupted C++ on my computer. And the fact that the enhanced edition, it doesn't work. Just physically does not work unless you go in and delete files from the game. And they knew about that for years and never fixed it. Got it. Fired no worky on you. Oh my god. Alright, where's his head? Lovely. Go away, wherever you are. Jesus. Cheese and crackers, everyone. Cheese and crackers. Calm. I'm collected. Good. What am I doing? House of Ned. Alright, well hopefully it's not broken now. No. God. Oh, I know there is no such thing. Does the people who made this exist? Anyway. I wasn't even hovered over that thing. I was literally hovering over this pile, and it said to interact with this pile, and instead it interacted with something else. My god, this game is broken. Oh, come on. Right, so to get my mind off of it, I guess I'm gonna go back to talking about the Stardew Bachelors and Bachelorettes. Right, so Emily's Crystal Girly, not my cup of tea. I don't wish her any hate or ill will. Just, I don't want to be, you know, associated in general. Are you kidding me? Great, now I just have to go through this entire gauntlet of zombies all over again because the game broke. Yeah, I tried to get my mind off it for a minute, you know, just to get myself back in, like, the happy, you know, gamey mood, but because the game busted itself, I now have to deal with the consequences of its fuck-up. Okay. Alright, so no to Emily, you know my feelings on Haley, and you know how I feel about Penny. Sorry, some jackass again with his freaking muffler off is just driving down the streets at like 50 miles an hour, you know, for no reason. Not like people constantly get hit on this street corner or anything. Yeah, see, that's why I say I hope these people, like, I hope people like them wrap themselves around a friggin' light post, because they actually kill people. And then they walk off scot-free. Like, they might get a fine or whatever, but that's about it. Otherwise, they just knowingly endanger people. You know, just to show that they have... I don't even know. Quote-unquote money, I guess, because, you know, we all know that they don't. They get a friggin' friend to do it for them. That or they figured out how to do it themselves, and then they, you know... Just say, it's, if you see the cars that are making these noises, you would understand. The stupidity. Does it or does it not go up? I can't turn it in here. I have to turn it in up there. Alright, that didn't work. I was thinking maybe the thing was holding it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? There was no indication that I had to use that at all. I didn't even see that that was a thing. Why are you making an annoying sound?
I probably went about this all the wrong way. I'm a doctor. I make people better. I just wanted everyone to be okay. I made the zombies. I was never as good as my totally not made up brother Zed, and we're totally different people. I need a drink. Well, if you want to help a decrepit old man who created an end-of-the-world epidemic, you'll have to head to the old hospital past the graveyard near Jacob's Cove. You'll need to find a sample of an antidote I was working on. I based it on skag.
Oh my god.
DNA, since they don't seem to have undead tendencies. Get the sample and bring it to my claptrap in town. Oh, almost forgot. The gate key to the hospital grounds was lost a long time ago, but there is a more spooky way in. Just look for the old gravestone on the beach that doesn't belong.
Whatever. Happy place. Happy place. Alright, now, I'm obligated to admit that apparently the game did not bug out. And I just missed the lever in the dark corner of the elevator that had no indicator on it. That's something they fixed in the next game, by the way, in Borderlands 2. That anything that you can't... This is something that I was getting aggravated at with the doors when I was doing, like, the relay station nonsense. So, the doors in this game, you can interact with any of them, but if they don't open, then they just don't open. And you have to test them in order to see if they open or not. That or they'll just be leading nowhere on the map, which again, I don't have one of those to readily reference. So you just have to interact with them. We're in Borderlands 2. Anything that is, you know, interactable with one of those levers or a door or anything that you can open, much like the, like the lockers and safes in this game, or in both games, I suppose, anything that you can interact with will have a green indicator on it. If you can't interact with it, it won't have a green indicator, and if you have interacted with it, it'll have a red.
New missions are available at the Jacobs Cove Bounty Board.
Yeah, I'm going. I friggin' realized that. Anyway. Also, it completed the game before I even got to Dr. Ned. Or not game, it completed the mission before I even got to Dr. Ned. So I just had no idea what I was supposed to do there.
Dr. Ned gave me the following awards this year.
Shut your mouth. Oh my god.
Hottest performer of mid-80s breakdance fighting, Master
Starting to think that the reason why people hate Claptrap so much is not because Claptrap is annoying. It is simply because, you know, after having to deal with this game, they just didn't want to hear Claptrap be so upbeat about everything. Oops, sorry about that. That's my theory, anyway. I was going on about someone. I talked about Emily, talked about Haley, talked about Maru. Yeah, that's right. I'm just going right back into the starter stuff because I have nothing else to say good about this game right now. Talked about Emily, Haley, Maru. My god. Cool. Anyway. There's Leia, Leia is also artsy, but she's like, she's chill. She has like a level head on her, and she like, you know. No, there's really just kind of not much problematic about Leia, so I don't have any sort of problem with her. I think I've romanced her once. That one didn't even explode. My god. They just really wanted to make this as annoying as possible. Half of the... Actually, not even half. It's... damn near all of the enemies can stun you for no reason. I thought it was just the defilers, but then I realized the zombies are also puking. So what's even the point of having the defilers if all of them can do it? And it all has the same effect. Then the small ones also stun you by jumping on you. They stun you by punching you and biting you. That was a mistake. Literally, they all just slow your movements down in what is supposed to be a fast-paced action shooter. It's okay. Okay. An old game, and you're almost done with it. Like I said, Leia, completely unproblematic. Great choice for a partner and spouse in the game. Who else is there? I remember them by, like, where they live, so I'm trying to remember, like, where all of them live. I feel like I'm missing one. Stop. Cool.
Another trophy from my wall.
And then more spawn behind me. Why are they still spawning behind me? It's not like I'm clearing them out too slowly or anything. This is probably like the worst zombie game ever. No, I can't say that. I know for a fact that there have been worse. Anyway. The game has just been pissing me off. I don't know if you could tell. Who's that bachelorette that I'm forgetting? Any? What now? What now? Hi, Hank. Do I have to kill you? Yes. Oh, great. You became a were-skag. Alright, cool. Fight over. Went through all of that for 5 seconds of fight. Anyway. Penny's over on the east side of town. Maru's at the north. Haley and Emily are in the center. Leia's at the west. North. West. East, center. That's 5. Someone I'm forgetting. Hold on. We'll get right back to this. I need something to distract me. Stardew Bachelor. Stardew Bachelorettes. I don't need them. I don't need them ranked. Abigail, that's who it was. Purple hair. She eats rocks. Received an antidote. guess I can't leave, as it were. No, I can't. Okay, good. Alright, Berserker mod for some reason. Or not mod, but augmentation. What does it need me to do?
Oh, boy, oh. The angel give me strength. I've been demon smited for nary on a fortnight. Still no sign from the maker of an end to this unholy ordeal. As if those who have passed coming back to life isn't evil enough. I've learned of some new kind of abomination near the hospital on the hill. I fear I have another crime against nature whose earth must be kicked. And it will be, for my name isn't Father Jackie O'Callahan.
Alright, Jackie O'Callahan. Got it. Oh, let's go and see what old Jackie O'Callahan was doing. Abigail is another nice pick for partner, I guess. Say sort of same kind of tier as Leia, I guess. More similar backstory to Penny, just because her dad sucks. Pierre, aside from like Morris, Pierre is like the worst character.
I dare is as chill as a sheepskag's teeth in a winter's morn. But it does not dampen my resolve. I found strength in prayer, and with little whiskey I have remaining in my flask. The monster of the hospital. His arts proved to be harder to kick than the rest of this rabble. He nicked me in the neck. Well, starting to feel strange. Hopefully I'll last the night. At least it is a full moon to keep me company.
Uh-oh. Poor dude. That's the other thing about this game, like, it just sort of introduces, like, nothing characters. No, I can't afford that, never mind. There's no reason for that character. Lovely. What and where and why? Something down here. Yeah. Get rid of that. That. Go. Also, I am in a not insignificant amount of pain, so, you know, I might be a little bit ornery. Pretty sure I'm using that word right. And if I'm not, I don't care enough. god. But I suppose that's my rant on the Stardew Bachelors and Bachelorettes. That is my rant on them. That is my feeling towards them.
Oh, thank goodness! Get me the hell out of here! We have precious little time! Before you go up and help that lying mobile toaster, you'll want to hear this. Dr. Nate is not who you think he is. And he's about as trustworthy as my dog I put down for being untrustworthy. Whoa! Whoa! Ooh. Where'd that come from? Gotcha! Who boy? Hey, hey, whoa, 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 whoa! Just kidding around here. Just kidding around. Feel free to forget everything I just... This is all true. But don't take my word for it. Look for yourself. Take the boat tied to the pier to the lab on the other side. You'll find a door in the town that will require a special knock. I love special knocks. Wow! I'm possessed. The knock sounds like this. Now go and leave this robot for the skags. Okay, I'm saying now, no more evil, no siree. I'm practically Robo Teresa over here. Let me out!
Well, I tried. There, I'll do this later, I guess. Right now, just level up. Then we'll do this. Actually, we'll do the side quest first, why not? Probably gonna regret that later, but I don't care. Anyway, that is gonna do it for Borderlands tonight. We managed to finish Borderlands, and it was somewhat anticlimactic. There was not really a lot of fanfare. There's no post game at all. In case you were wondering, I did look that up while I was, waiting for stuff. Yeah, there's no post game. And that's it. And there was no loot really to be had from the warrior. And it was generally an underwhelming fight. All you had to do was just stand behind that one rock, and you were completely fine. Yeah, we finished Borderlands today. Well, we finished the main story of Borderlands, and we did half of one of the DLCs. So next time on Wednesday, should I start early enough, we should be able to finish this DLC, and if the length is any sort of indication, we'll probably finish also the rest of the DLCs. If I had to take a guess. Anyway, there's not much else I can say on this other than I'm glad the game did well. That way we could get Borderlands 2. But had I played it when it first came out, I would not be a fan of the series because I would not have played any of the other games. But yeah, that is going to be it for me for today. I will see you all next time. Yeah. So tomorrow, Hades, and we're gonna be prophecy hunting. Yeah, tomorrow Hades, and then Wednesday more Borderlands. So I will see you if you want to check either of those out. Thank you again to anybody who tuned in live for watching. Appreciate you. Appreciate anybody who's watching this later on the VODs, whether on Twitch or YouTube. Remember to interact with the video and the channel, and I will see you all next time. Thank you, goodbye, and good night.